Okay. Let's check out what's going on. Sure, I'll help Joshua. Difficulty 3 on Illuminate, so it should be pretty easy. As the title of the difficulty says. It looked like he was nearly finished, so it doesn't really matter what I bring. I'm gonna bring the strafing run and the incendiary bomb. But again, it's on easy, so.
Take cover!
It's horrible. Bad mic, so I have to mute him. Taking his time. Doesn't look like he's diffusing either. Oh. By the time I switched to my primary, it would have went off. Okay. Now we extract.
Extraction confirmed. Shuttle inbound. ETA T minus 1 minute, 30 incoming fire. Equipment on its way.
This might be incredibly boring. I love the Liberator. I'm starting to love the Liberator for the straight shots. Really like those straight shots.
T-minus 30 seconds.
More often than not, the turret, or any turret, is just horrible against the Illuminates because you can have a unit from far away snipe it in 2 shots and it's dead.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. ETA T-minus 5
That sniper
seconds.
unit, it'll just take it out in two hits.
Shuttle arriving.
Vehicles are also terrible against the Illuminates because of the virtual walls and harder difficulties. The virtual walls kill everything. When they materialize, when they come about within the game, when they're erected, they will kill anything that's in the way. So vehicles are really, really poor for that, as they will die instantly. So if you're in an APC and you have all four of the players are in it, the game can be lost pretty quick. But traditionally, no matter what race I'm against, I seldom bring vehicles. I'm not really a big fan. I might do something like bring 3 bastions and maybe 1 ammo stratagem for like tank crew. Maybe I would want to do like a tank crew thing. Bring like a defender or the knight, like one of those like one-handed weapons. The defender's pretty good. It's balanced in a sense that it has a lot of ammo, but its DPS is low. But the defender has a lot of ammunition you can carry. I think it's like 16 magazines max.
Helport launch sequence initiated.
I'll play one more time with this guy.
Crew to station. I repeat, crew to station.
the Defender also, because it shoots slower, you can just ensure that each round is effective and doesn't miss the target. You can also go full auto on it with very minimal kickback. Your aim pretty much stays pretty strong throughout the time you spend holding down the trigger. So I do sometimes pick the Defender if I'm often in a vehicle like a tank or like a Bastion, like a tank. That way, if I'm ever out of my tank or if my tank blows up or something, then I can still be somewhat effective with ammunition. And of course, the benefits of a one-handed weapon and the armor-piercing ammunition.
Reloading.
Pretty quiet. It's on easy, so it's going to be.
Dropping equipment. Repeat. Dropping equipment.
Nice straight shooting. Now we extract.
Helldiver deploying to combat zone.
Someone's deploying to combat zone, so always pay attention to your Helldiver. Make sure they don't land on you. This guy's mic's open. So I muted him. Anytime someone is joining the game, always stare at your Helldiver.
All right, down there. Deploying ordnance. Extraction confirmed. Shuttle inbound. ETA T minus 1 minute 30 seconds. Deploying defensive assets. Firing for effect. Defense drop standby. Equipment on its way. Dropping equipment. Incoming fire. ETA T minus 1 minute.
I think as soon as this game's done, I'm gonna just abandon, and then I'll start something with more difficulty.
Stand by.
Sometimes I like to help people out regardless of what the difficulty is. As you can see, the turret's being sniped right now. You can try to kill the sniper before they kill the turret, but the turrets just aren't good against the Illuminates.
ETA T minus 15 seconds. T minus 10 seconds.
How do you feel like the pace? Read it.
T minus 5 seconds. Shuttle arriving.
I entered the shuttle, so I didn't feel like sitting for the credits, so I just quit out. And then I just go right into my own ship here, and I'll start another game, so I don't have to sit through all that. Two assassination targets. Medium enemy presence. Illuminates.
Hellport launch sequence initiated. Crew to stations. I repeat, crew to stations.
I think what I want to do is defend first, then I can make my way up toward the capture area, and then I can look for the black box. On my way to the capture area, I will be searching some of that area, that searchable area, automatically, just by nature, because it'll be on my way, so seems pretty effective to travel in that direction. I will go Patriot. I might want a second weapon here. Obliterator can be very good to shoot over virtual walls, and you can kill the obelisk. Also, I could... I'll keep the incendiary bomb. I love them, just to keep the enemy at bay, to kind of break up the fight after an alarm. I tend to use this stratagem after an alarm is sound. I'm going to keep the ammo backpack, I feel. The Patriot can use a lot of ammo, especially if you're in the unfortunate position of holding down the trigger a lot. And you kind of can against the Illuminates, considering they have they're a very large target, especially with the shield being up. So your aim doesn't necessarily have to be precise, especially when their shields are up. As soon as the shield comes down, you still want to somewhat be precise, so that each round is set at the center of the target. But I think I'm going to keep this setup. You could argue that a guard dog could be better here, but I'm assuming that I could rely entirely on one ammo strat, and there's something to be said about grabbing ammo out of a bag in a second or 2 seconds, rather than calling in an ammo stratagem in a timely fashion. So
Commencing mission.
I will go with this. So the Patriot should enable me to kill the observers rather quickly before they set off alarms. Of course, lately I have been having trouble with that. Patrols in general I've been having trouble with. Okay. So I think what I want to do is I want to get the Obliterator out, so I have some extra guns to help me.
Equipment on its way.
The rocket will be in water, so my movement will be restricted, as I do not have my MD-99 auto-injector. Okay. So I'm going to station myself around the rocket. And I will do my best here to prevent its destruction.
How about a nice cup of liberty? Reloading.
Stand by. Equipment on its way.
Helium scumbag.
That was kind of fortunate they lined up like that for that. So any missed shots on the front target hit the back target.
How about a nice cup of liberty?
Okay, that was bad.
Engaging target.
Incendiary bomb in reaction to that. You can see how effective that was.
Freedom.
takes care of the enemies, it does some additional damage to other ones that still made it out alive, and then it breaks up the fight if it's an elongated alarm in higher difficulties. Really breaks the fight up, lets you recoup. Okay.
Reload!
Just little taps. All it takes is a few nice shots. I'm gonna pick up this sample because it's glowing. I don't feel like running around this water, so I'm just gonna run through it. This is a capture area. Bottom right. Okay. Pretty clean. Now it's time to search for that black box. Let's run toward the center of the searchable area first. Okay. So it's not here.
Reloading!
There it is. I have yet to use my Obliterator. So you could probably say right now it hasn't been a terribly useful stratagem. But then again, I've been doing well enough where I didn't have to take it out yet. Okay. Something spawned in. Oh, looks like one of those sniper units.
Extraction confirmed. Shuttle
Okay.
inbound. ETA T minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Right side, it seems.
T minus 1 minute.
Say hello to democracy!
I have no ammo left, so actually I had no magazines left to carry. I had one in my gun, and that enabled me to grab more out of my bag. Only took a couple of seconds. Did he not die?
Hold down. T
Did he
minus
respawn?
30 seconds.
Which is it?
Reloading!
T minus 15 seconds.
Just some nice, well-placed shots, nice ammo discipline. Oh, not that. There we go.
Minus 5 seconds.
I am prioritizing the observers, not so much the snipers.
Reloading!
Okay. But you can imagine in even harder difficulties than number 6, the snipers can definitely be a pain when you have 3 or 4 trying to shoot you at once. It's a lot of lasers that prevent you from moving to that area. A lot of you can think of it, each laser as like an area deny, like don't go there, and that can make things restrictive. Along with the virtual walls, you're kind of limited in where you can go. So some people use the jump packs. I don't like the jump packs. It's not my style. It forces you to go into a certain direction when you do jump, and that direction is far, and while you are in the air, you're not really doing much fighting. So I feel like it's just awkward. Like, yeah, when you dive on the ground, you're not fighting either, but it's just it just seems like it forces you in another position. It just feels like it renders you useless for a longer duration of time. And you could be jumping over walls, but not everyone's going to be doing that. Just kill it. Like, don't just jump over the wall. Like, kill what's making the wall. Kill that obelisk. And then because it's a team game, right? So killing the obelisk should be helping your entire team. So we have an escort, 2 capture areas, and then a SAM site.
Hellford launch sequence initiated. Crew to stations. I repeat, crew to stations.
So I'm going to start with this capture area, then I will get the escort, and then I will do the drop-off immediately. There should be no stopping midway when you're doing an escort, so even though I'm passing another capture area, leaving 4 survivors exposed to enemy fire is not a wise decision. So I will be running past the capture area, and then I will be going to the drop-off point. And I'm also aware that near an objective there are additional patrols, so getting my survivors past the capture area can be a little precarious. The Obliterator is not a good choice for defending the survivors. A Dum Dum is better. I will choose the Dum Dum. I haven't really seen any virtual walls, so I guess I'll see more as more players join, but virtual walls do exist in difficulty 6. And I believe also in difficulty 5. I do not know 4. But I'm just going to change it from Obliterator to Dum Dum, and then I will keep everything else. You could also, another thing that could work would be the Angel, so that if the survivors were to be injured, I could just easily heal them. It's really the sniper fire, though, that is the problem. Once they're hit by the sniper fire, they're dead instantly. They don't lose health, they just die. So let's get to that capture area, and then I will call in my Dum Dum.
Equipment on its way.
This is bad. That reload threw me off. Incendiary bomb in response to the alarm. There's an observer on top of the area here that is hard to see. Okay. I'm already running low on ammo. I think before getting the survivors, I will call in my ammo bag. ammunition backpack.
Reloading.
Got it just in time.
Dropping equipment.
Okay. Now, if an alarm does sound, I will continue to run. I will not be waiting around to fight anything. I will be continuing to run to get at least one survivor in the structure. I think there's going to be an observer behind us. Okay. We'll go back to the capture area. Not sure how that saw me.
Firing.
There's an obelisk.
Over.
Running low. Get some.
Okay. Now I do not have... Okay, I was able to hit it still.
Reloading. Reloading for all.
Okay. Dum Dum can be pretty good. It's a very strong weapon against oh man, that took me forever. I also shouldn't be having the Dum Dum out if I'm on the move. The Dum Dum can only be fired if you're stationary. That was really silly of me to like just keep using the Dum Dum. Just getting into just shooting things with it. I won't be able to shoot that observer. I had to dive there because that wall would have killed me instantly. Can't reload the Dum Dum right now. What I can do is just try to finish the objective. Not sure where that observer was that just sounded.
Reloading.
Helldiver deploying to combat.
Stare at my
zone.
character, stare at my character.
Take cover.
Make sure they don't land on my head. Always stare at your character when someone's joining the game.
Reload.
Extraction
Okay.
confirmed. Shuttle inbound. ETA dropping equipment. 1 minute
Over
30
the
seconds.
night of liberty.
Since we're going to be stationary, I'm going to try out the Dum Dum. The turning speed on your Dum Dum is quite low.
Get some.
It's very good at getting distant targets. It's a very strong round.
Cover.
Wow. He did not die.
Reload.
Stand by. Equipment on
I
its
got that
way.
obelisk.
T-minus 1 minute.
I tried to switch to my other weapon to kill the observer in time, and that was not the case.
Running low.
As you can see, there are more enemies now with a second player joining the game.
Take cover.
I want to reload my Dum Dum. I also should be throwing an incendiary bomb right now. There's a bunch of things I should be doing.
Firing. Perfect. Over. T-minus 30 seconds.
Break up the fight here.
Reloading.
ETA
Your turn speed is pretty slow with this, so you have to just be patient when your
T minus
Helldiver is
5
turning.
seconds.
Wait for your Helldiver to start aiming at your target before you start shooting.
Shuttle arriving.
Nope. Miss that. Ooh. Okay. That was an unfortunate spawn. That blocked me there. Alright, I think I'll stop it here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.